YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy. Back for another video. Shout out to Vyotech. Apologies in advance for the smoke detectors. This literally just went off like this morning, so we got to change the battery. So if you hear the beeping, I'll try to edit it out, but warned you in advance. Anyway, so we just got a new shipment from Vyotech. This actually wasn't even planned. It just happened to be at my door, so what better way than unbox it on camera? I'm not exactly sure what I ordered. I think it was just about everything, except for the before you train, because I think I'm pretty stocked in that. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, so right away, my favorite, whey protein. Really good stuff. This is chocolate. I love chocolate. I've always done chocolate. The vanilla is good too, but personally I like chocolate. I'm going to show it in the frame real quick. This is our whey isolate. Mixes really well. You don't even have to make it as a shake. Like I've done like protein pancakes before, cookies, French toast, like any kind of like low calorie, no sugar. You can be creative with it, but of course you can make it as a protein shake. 1 scoop any time of day, multiple times a day. You can use it as like a meal replacement, as like a post-recovery drink. Good stuff. So, I think I got 2 of these. Yeah, good stuff. Can't beat it. Next we got glutamine. Also really good stuff. Flavorless. I mix it in my Gatorades, my flavor packet waters. You can make it in your pre-workout, your post-workout. Again, you can be creative with it. You can use it for recovery. As you probably heard in previous videos, I like it for my gut health. It's got more than one benefits. Like I said, for me, gut health is right at the top as far as like priorities. So I use multiple scoops of these a day. Pre-workout, post-workout, morning, night, doesn't matter. I just 1 scoop, put it in there and you're good to go. Good stuff. Let's see what else we got. We got another one. Shout out to Vyotech, y'all. Stacking your boy up. Then we got our creatine monohydrate. I mean, this has been out for, I don't know, forever. Again, another really good flavorless 1 scoop post-workout. Good for brain health, as well as obviously saturating muscles is really good for recovery, building muscles. I mean, if you've ever touched a weight and have been interested in supplements, you probably have used creatine, have heard of it. Very basic, but studies show, I mean, this stuff has been proven to work. So, creatine monohydrate. Really good stuff as well. I think I got 2 of these. Pretty good. I might give one of these to my brother. I think he's a big creatine fanatic. Got our vitamin C here. Also got 2 of these for your immune system. And this one actually comes in, don't have my glasses, but it's 1,000 milligrams. Really good stuff. So 1,000 is about what I use every day. Then we got our, let's see, Viraloid and 17HD. This is our test building stack. Got the amplifier and the free test. Guys need both. I've been preaching this. If you know anything about testosterone, it declines as you age. It's really good to keep your blood level stable, whether you're on cycle, whether you're off cycle. 1 serving of these, which is 2 capsules each a day. Then you got our before you game and our Immune HD. The Immune HD I stack it with vitamin C, especially as the season's changing. Weather can get rough, especially in Texas. It's hot one day, it's cold one day. You need to boost your immune system. So I take this with vitamin C. Before you game, this is more of like a mental product. You don't have to take it as a pre-workout. You can take it in the morning. You can take it really whenever. I usually take it before work, so I've got to be able to be focused all day long. This will give you clean, sustained energy throughout the day. But you can also use it as a pre-workout just to give you a little bit of a mental edge, mental focus, which is what I'm really, really big on, pre-workout. What else we got? Got some more 17HD, some more Viraloid. Got some more immune. Okay. And some more before you game. So shout out Vyotech, man. Y'all always hook me up. been a great relationship throughout the years. Great products. I mean, what else more can I say, y'all? I'm gonna make me my pre-workout drink, but be sure to use code HUNT at checkout. I think we'll train some legs today. It's a little bit different. I don't think we train legs, and wifey's like, yeah, no, let's not do that. So we may or may not train legs. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've got a leg workout on video, so we'll see. I'm not sure. Anyway, so let's make this pre-workout real quick. So I got some extra before you train. I think I've got some more. Oh, this is my birthday balloons. Let's get that the way. I think it's April now. I should probably put that down. I'm a Pisces, so March 9th is your boy's birthday, but we need to take that down. All right, we got some more before you train. I might give some to my brother, but let's see what else I got here. Let's do a scoop of this. All right, so I'm gonna do a half a scoop of before you train. This is our blackberry lemonade, which is a really good tasting flavor. Mixes really well. One thing I like about pre-workouts, well, a couple things I like about pre-workouts. It needs to be able to taste good, it needs to be able to work and mix well. I don't like that extra clumpy nonsense where you're shaking like crazy. I hate that. I hate when it tastes like crap. It's 2026. The shit needs to taste good. So it needs to taste good, it needs to feel good and actually work. I don't need to be bouncing on the walls. I hate that when I'm stemmed out of my mind. So this kind of gives me the best of all worlds as far as mixability, taste, and function. Next, I'm gonna put, let's see, creatine. 1 scoop in here. And what else? I'm putting here? I'll put some glutamine. Scoop of glutamine. Don't you just love when you get that fresh tub and you gotta like finger it all the way at the bottom just to get that scooper? As I'm making a mess on the floor. All right, 1 scoop of that. I promise I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna also take my before you game. I'm gonna take my Viraloid. Actually, I have some extra. I can do that on camera right now. Got my 17 HD here. I'm gonna take 2 Viraloid. I'm gonna take 2. And my before you game, which is right here. I'm gonna also take 2. We're good to go. Good stuff. So, all right, y'all, let's train. Code HUNT. We'll clean this mess up. And we'll be at the gym. Peace. All right, guys, so we're headed to the gym. So I'm not sure what we're going to train. I know I said legs, but with this gym being like stupid packed, usually on like the leg equipment, we're gonna probably just like gauge it and just see. Because I hate, like, one of my pet peeves. I don't hate it as much now, obviously, because I'm not competing. But when I competed, going to those like super crowded gyms when it's like Monday, Tuesday, today's Saturday, but that type of Monday crowd where like you literally have to wait in line for a machine and you got people like idly just on their phones texting. That's probably one of the things I absolutely hate. Being that it's a Saturday afternoon, it shouldn't be too bad, but I'm kind of fresh on all body parts. You know, we took a week off. We've been taking a lot of time off, but so I really don't have a preference as far as what we train. I know we just haven't got any leg training like on video, but we'll kind of just see. So not sure what we'll train, but as far as like what we got going today, after the gym, we're gonna run some errands. I know we gotta put some air in this freaking tire that's been kind of annoying. We're gonna visit some family and probably just chill, just enjoy our weekend, eat, rest up. Wifey's got a nice little 4-day weekend, so she'll be chilling. I'm chilling. So hope you guys are sticking to your goals. I've got my clients that they're sticking to their goals. I've got A few bodybuilding clients that are doing some shows this year. Got a wellness client doing a show this year. A couple lifestyle clients that are just kind of doing their thing and wanting to stay, you know, somewhat in shape, especially as we get closer to the summer. Oh, turn it off. But anyway, yeah, we're about to train and whew. All right, so as you can see, we decided to do legs, and we're gonna start with some leg extensions just to kind of warm up the knees. This isn't my favorite type of machine to do. I like to do it when it's both at the same time, but I mean, isolating them is good too, especially if you're trying to warm up the knees extra, all this area right here. Keeping the rep range 12 to 15, nothing heavy, just kind of warms up the quad area before we do like our pushing movement. So we're gonna do a couple sets here. So the biggest takeaway with these is not to use any type of swinging movements, any type of momentum. Big stretch at the bottom, fully contract at the top. Really just get that full range of motion. It doesn't have to be crazy heavy. This is more, like I said, of a warm-up movement. Warm up the knee areas, warm up the quadriceps. It's really the biggest takeaway. Don't swing. I see a lot of guys kind of doing that jerking momentum. But as long as you don't do that, keep your butt on the seat. Should be good. All right, so next we got some isolated hamstring curls. I kind of like to treat these kind of like a bicep curl, like a preacher curl. So with the preacher curl, you want to keep your elbow on the pad, full extension. Same thing with this. Keep your knee on the pad, full extension at the bottom, full contraction at the top. Rep range still the same, between 12 and 15. Nothing crazy. One thing to keep in mind is to focus on the negative on the movement. A lot of people tend to put so much in the positive, the coming up, that they kind of just like swing and kind of let the weight kind of fall down. But I treat hamstrings very similar to like biceps, where like as you're coming up, you're contracting, it's great, but you also want to make sure you control the negative coming down. Same thing with any type of like hamstring curling movement where whether it's seated, standing, lying down. Focus on the positive, but also control the negative as you come down. Another thing I like to kind of do, very similar to arms. So I'm training like biceps and triceps together. I'll tend to do like a bicep movement. I alternate to a tricep movement, bicep, tricep. I kind of do the same thing with legs. Do a quad movement, usually some type of extension. Then I'll go to the same thing with hamstring. I'll go to some kind of seated movement or some kind of curl movement. Then I'll go back to quads. I might do like a pushing movement, like a leg press, alternate the hamstring. Something to try. I mean, you can do it either way. I've done it both ways, but I just feel like I'm less gassed out. Like if I do all quads, I tend to not really put that much focus on hamstring at the end of the workout, and vice versa. If I do all hamstrings, I usually can't put that much in the quads. I'll do that, and then when I was really trying to build my legs, I'll have more than one leg day. So I'll have like a posterior day where I'll work everything posterior from the traps down. So it's all my pulling movements, my rowing movements, hamstring movements, my stiff leg deadlifts, calves. Then I'll have a leg day where it's more quad dominant. I might add like 1 or 2 hamstring movements. I've done that for years, and that's really helped me, especially to bring up more volume into my physique, more of my quad sweep, more depth to my hamstrings, that kind of thing. So just little nuggets to take away. If you're not already doing that, kind of, add that into your leg workout. So cool. Let's do one more set here. Then I think we'll do some sort of leg press movement, and then we'll kind of just keep it going. All right, so we got some leg presses here, guys. I'm not going heavy, but I want to kind of just show you like the range of motion and what I'm doing. With this, legs are slightly outside of shoulder width. I'm breathing in as I come down, breathing out. Full range of motion, come all the way down. Slow control, knees to the chest, bring it out. As far as this, you want to make sure you get a good angle. Most leg presses, you can adjust the bottom to where you're at a good angle, where it feels good in your knees. You get a good contraction. I see a lot of guys tend to kind of do partial reps, which is pointless. You want to make sure you get a full range. With all leg training, full range is key, especially if you are trying to compete. You want those sweeping quads that kind of start at the hip, kind of flare out. Having depth in those squats, depth in your leg press is super important. So, like I said, ignore the weight. I remember back in the day, I used to load these up, have people stand on it. But we're not doing that today. Today's more of like an educational, kind of show you range of motion, kind of like take you through the motions of proper leg training. So that's the key takeaways. Leg outside of shoulder width, breathe in, breathe out, full range of motion, contraction, control at the entire point of the movement. With these, same thing, rep range between 12 and 15, 3 sets, good to go. So next, I wanna kind of emphasize on feet placement. So if you look at this platform real quick, So there's a myth on outer and inner as far as like your feet placement. A lot of people thought that the wider you go is for the outer quads, inner is for the inner. It's actually the opposite. If you go wide grip, wide on the quads, it's more for the inner. Whereas you go close, it's for the outer. Also, as far as the feet placement at the top or the bottom, kind of matters on putting more emphasis on the quad and hamstring. The higher the platform, it's more emphasis on the hamstring. The lower is on the quad. So, kind of play around with the feet placement. A lot what I used to do, reps of 20, where I'll go 10 on the outside, 10 on the inside. Then I'll do some sets, just depending on what I want to focus that day. If it's more of a hamstring dominant, but I want to throw in one quad movement, I'll typically go a little bit higher on the platform where I can put a little bit more contraction on the hamstrings, and the quad as well, but more on the hamstring. So, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do mine kind of a neutral, slightly outside of shoulder width, not so much high or low, kind of right in the middle, and where I can kind of get a mixture, kind of target everything. But another thing to try, like I said, the feet placement kind of matters as far as like what area of the quad you want to hit. So let's add a little bit more weight. Set 2, same thing between 12 and 15. Nice and smooth. I'm also super, I don't know if you guys are as OCD as me, but like these little holes right here have to like line up perfectly. I don't know why I'm just so weird like that. It kind of matters more with metal. Metal tends to get like clanky and move around. These rubber plates will stick, but I don't know. Comment if you're as OCD as me. All right. All right, so next we got squat. I'm gonna show you guys without weight, kind of the form, kind of talk you through it. Like I said, ignore the weight. This is more like an educational, kind of just showing you the approach as far as squatting goes. I typically do these on Smith machine, but free weight is perfectly fine as well. So, as I get under, I want to make sure that my feet are under me. I'm driving through the heel and I come up. Take about a couple steps back. My head up, chest up. Like I said, I'm driving through the heels. My leg placement is slightly outside of shoulder width. As I come down, I'm still keeping my head and chest up. I come down, 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 down. Right around parallel, and come back up. Show you again. Legs outside of shoulder width, head up, chest up, back straight. Don't lean forward. Kind of think as if you're sitting down straight on a chair. Down, then come back up. Down, back up. And I usually keep the rep range between 10 and 12 on these. Nothing crazy heavy. Let's actually have wifey start here. I'm kind of assess her form as well. Like I said, we're not gonna go heavy on these, so. Perfect form. Good depth. Nice and controlled. No momentum. Good stuff here. Good stuff. So we had to kind of improvise. My phone died, so we're using wifey's phone. I think we're just gonna finish with some lunges. So, like I said, I would typically do legs twice a week, where I'll have like a hamstring dominant day and a quad dominant day, where I'll use at least one movement each. So on a quad dominant day, I'll do 1 or 2 hamstring and vice versa. There's more of a mixture today. Kind of just going through like some basics. Lunges was like a big finisher I used to do, competing in the parking lot, kind of like those old, I'm sure you guys have seen those Ronnie Coleman videos. and Metroflex, but he's got like 225 on his back, and he's doing lunges. I've never gone quite that heavy, but I used to do those kind of parking lot lunges. This is more of like a turf without weight. The biggest thing here is, like I said, no momentum, no back and forth. You want to get a nice long stride, nice deep movement. Come up, contract, go all the way down, come all the way back. Like I said, typically I would do it with weights, but just for the sake of today, I'm gonna do it with no weights. Just kind of as a nice finisher. This is like probably one of the best finishers for leg day, in my opinion. So, like I said, we're not gonna do too much, but kind of show you how I used to do them. So, all right, let's get it. Actually, you want to do these with me? We're doing them together. I kind of hold it as like a selfie. We're doing side by side. Let me flip the. Yeah. Okay. Ready? All right, guys. My camera skills aren't that great. I'm gonna try to do these and talk at the same time, and while I'm not dropping wifey's expensive phone. So you ready? All right, let's get it. Feeling the burn. We're not going too fast in these. Get nice depth, nice long stride. Feeling the quads, hamstrings, glutes. And one more. Whew. I know these look easy, but after you've done like a full little leg session, should have wrapped your knee. Whew. Ready?
Yes.
All right, let's get it. Feeling the burn. I don't know if you guys can see wifey's form. Yeah, my camera skills suck, guys, but believe me, she's doing some good form. I promise you. For some reason, every time I do these, I get the most massive pumps in my quads, even without weights. Whew. I think I might call it. That's a wrap, guys. Little leg day action with wifey. Camera went out, but hopefully you guys can kind of see some of the movements your boy used to do. Hopefully you guys can take something away from it. Be sure to stay tuned. We got monthly videos dropping. Shout out to Vyotech. You guys see the merch. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Code Hunte to check out.